Life is a game. That's what it is. It's a game. It's nothing but a game. No, it's a game. If you really want to get down to it, I think that it's a game created by the one great mind. Call it God, call it source energy, call it the universe, whatever you want to call it. I think it's just a game that you come here and it's the ultimate game. It's a choose your own adventure game. Is that how you've been playing it? Odds are probably not. Why is that? It's not your fault. It's not your fault. You're born into this world as a baby, a complete blank slate. You're not racist. You're not American. You're not Australian, Indian, Chinese. You don't even know this is your hand. You don't even know, like, what's a hand? This is a hand, I guess. Is this part of me? Is this mine? Like, that's how blank you're born. So literally, the entire world is a complete blank slate. Why? Because your mind is born a blank slate. Then what happens after that is everybody around you you go into straight download mode is what you really do, right? When you're born, you just go into download mode, download your environment for the first 5 to 7 years of your life. That's why you don't ever really have any memories until you're usually like 3, 4, maybe even 5 years old, right? It's because you have no words or imagery or ideas to make out the world. You're literally in download mode. If you don't think that we are biological robots, basically, this is our vessel, this is our avatar that we go through this game in, and this is the program that we operate this machine, and it also dictates what we experience, what we do, how we think, how we behave, what game we end up experiencing. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But today, we are where we are. Let me backtrack a little bit. So, all right, you're young, and you're starting to learn. You start to hear your parents. You know what parents are. Eventually, you learn, mommy? Your mommy? Mommy? Daddy? Me? Love? Most people go through their whole entire life not having a good definition of love. But we go around and we try to figure out what this world is. Just like when you play a brand new video game, you're going around trying to figure out, okay, what does this thing do? What does that do? What does this do? What's that? Who's this? What's this? Huh? What's powerful? What's not powerful? What gets this? What are the consequences of this? Like, this is the game we're playing. It's a choose your own adventure game. But we are where we are today, right? You're not born racist. You're not born poor. You're not born rich. Well, if anything, you're certainly born abundant, because you come into this infinite game, choose your own adventure. I see you viscerally feel like you might have some resistance to that, but that's not your fault. That's because the people that you've been around your entire life have instilled the operating systems in your head, in your subconscious mind. Everything I just said, I mean it literally. The operating system in your subconscious mind. We're biological computers. And if you don't get that, you have not been paying attention. Again, that wouldn't be your fault. Let me give you an example. So we're born into this world and we see a lot of advertising. We see a lot of narrative. We see a lot of beliefs, right? A lot of ideas. And if enough people agree on an idea, especially when we're really young, we tend to accept it. No resistance. Goes right into our operating system, right? Like me, I grew up, my parents partied. They drank. The people around them drank. Not that that's unique. Everyone drank. Everyone partied. Oh, they had so much fun. Oh, look at them. Oh, that's what adults get to do. Oh, look at them. So that was just in my head. And as soon as I could, I started drinking. As soon as I could, started partying. And it was fun. Woo! Looking back at it, what a disaster of an idea, right? I don't drink anymore. It's been 2 years. I wouldn't be like what you would think of as a crazy alcoholic, and I wasn't. I didn't even get drunk. I'd have like maybe 3 beers a night, most nights, something like that, That the American Heart Association might actually say is good for you. Again, I would argue that they're in cahoots with the alcohol industry. It's all about money, baby. It's all about money, control, influence, and power. And that's the world we're born into. Everyone trying to get theirs. right? When you're born a baby, you come in here and everyone's trying to teach you what they want you to think, what they want you to know, how they want you to see the world, how they want you to see this game, this choose your own adventure game. They want to choose your adventure for you. They want to choose your beliefs for you. School, religion, government, name it, parents, clubs, sports groups. They're all influential on the way that you think. The internet, I'm a little older, right? I'm 40. So I didn't have the internet till, 98 or so. And it was still very, 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 very young, right? There wasn't any of this stuff going on. There's no social media. There's maybe some chat rooms. Those are pretty hard to find. But this is a choose your own adventure game. Make no qualms about it. I'm not even going to argue with you because that is exactly what it is. Can you choose to do whatever you want to do right in this moment? No, I don't have a choice. That's a silly idea that's been implanted in your head, there's no choice, or I don't have a choice. You always have a choice. You just don't like what you foresee as the other outcomes from the other choices. Get it straight. Get the facts, Jack. You always have choices. Now, we are where we are, okay? And we can change it. Not like that. Not all of it. Not like that. But we can start changing directions. We can start shifting towards different adventures in this game. I hope you're finding value in this, right? Because I think about this stuff a lot. And you may be sitting here wondering, why am I even listening to this guy? I don't know. Why are you? Something I'm saying must be resonating with you. I'm not sure what you're looking for. I think you're probably looking for what we're all looking for. Happiness. Joy. We want to feel alive. We want to look forward to waking up in the morning. We want to look forward to every moment of the day. We don't even want to go to sleep because the day is so good. Right? We want to see people every day that we love seeing. We want to do things that we love to do. Sound like you? You and fucking literally everybody else. But how few people actually live that life? Why is that? Why is that? Because we're programmed to live a different life. Changing the programming is tricky business, and I'm not going to pretend that I know every single little bit about it. I have all kinds of things that frustrate the shit out of me. What kind of beliefs are sitting in here? We got money beliefs, we have relationship beliefs, we have personal, what you can do, can't do beliefs, we have, moral beliefs, we have love beliefs, we have physical beliefs, we have fears, we have so many things. But again, I say, what do we do about it? What do you want to do about it? I would say, since this is a choose your own adventure game, that you should really spend some time, because most people don't ever end up doing this, really spend some time thinking about what you really want. It doesn't have to be insane. Oh, I want to be a deca-billionaire and have yachts, and go ahead and think about that. But let's start a little closer to where you're at, right? Let's see. Okay, where can you get to from here, right? Go ahead, have the path, because the path never ends, right? That's what choose your own adventure is. There's no end to the path. There's no limitation in any way. But you can't necessarily fucking teleport from here to Jupiter in a second. You get it? You are where you are. But you can change direction and start doing other things and having different outcomes. Okay? Does that make sense? So, what do you do in your free time? What do you really enjoy? What types of YouTube channels or podcasts or whatever? What type of things do you read? What do you watch? What content do you think about and read about and spend money on? Or what types of things? If you're a parent, maybe you spend most of your money, your time, and attention on your kids and being a good parent. Ooh, interesting. So that obviously, here's something really important to pay attention to. That's obviously very high value to you. Now, in this choose your own adventure game, listen very closely. This is very big. In this choose your own adventure game, you have a value system that dictates your decisions. Let me say that again. In this choose your own adventure game, you have a value system, a hierarchy of values, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, and down to infinity, that dictate your behavior. Did you hear me? Maybe you're really into woodworking, right? And you do that in the garage after work and on the weekends, and you're planning your next woodworking project, or you're making progress on it. There's other people like you. Wouldn't it be cool to be around other people that are into that like you are? Maybe you are around some. You know how enjoyable it is to be around someone that has the same values as you. Hear me on this. What if you could live your life to have more of those things you love? It's not a pipe dream. It's not even slightly unattainable. It is 100% attainable. Again, going from here to Jupiter in one fucking fell swoop, yeah, not going to happen. But from here to a little bit more over here, a little bit more over here now, a little bit more over here. Oh, that looks nice. Over here, over here, over here. Choose your own adventure. Any which way you want. Go as far as you want. Any direction change. There's no limit. There's no boundaries. Okay? That's life. So spend time thinking, not that I'm here to tell you what to do. If you would like to do more of what you truly love to do, you got to get really clear on what you love to do. I've done a number of things in my life so far that I thought I could do for the rest of my life that I liked. But after I did them for a while, there were, and no matter what you do, there are always unanticipated drawbacks to doing things, even doing more of things. You know, if you love woodworking and you get into more woodworking, there's going to be unanticipated drawbacks. You know, maybe you turn it into a business, and maybe you are in too much demand, and now you're just working so much that it feels like a job instead of a passion, something you love, you know? So you got to be careful of stuff like that. So it's important to have coaches and people like that to help guide you to avoid pitfalls and stuff like that on the paths we go down. But it really is choose your own adventure. Limitless. So say you like woodworking. Let's keep using that example. Well, how can you do more of that? What if you could turn that into your income? And what if you could be making 2, 3, 5, 10 times as much money doing woodworking, this thing you absolutely love, 10 times more money than what you're making in your job, which is taking up minimum 40 hours a week, right? Probably more than that. Think about getting up in the morning, preparing for it, getting home, maybe you're commuting and you're dealing with bullshit and blah, 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 blah. Because this is the world. When you were born a baby as a blank slate, this is what the world taught you to do and be. Like me, I was a doctor, but I didn't want to be a doctor. I didn't know that. I thought I did. But then I became one, and I realized this isn't the ultimate thing that I want to do. Because ultimately, I just wanted to live free, right? I just want to live free and travel and have experiences with people I love. That's what I want to do. I don't want to have a boss. I don't want to have anything I have to go to. I want to have freedom. That's what I want. So, I went to school for a long time. What's that? Over 8 years to get a doctorate. And then I practiced for a few years, and then I decided I'm out. Not because I didn't like my patients, not because I hated it or something, but I didn't like dealing with insurance companies. That was ultimately the thing that really pushed me out. And plus, I really, after doing all that, I realized that, okay, I can help people. I was a chiropractor. Like, I can help people with their neck pain and their back pain and headaches. But the thing I really got juice out of was helping people like with their minds, with the way they saw the world, with their, not spirituality and like come to Jesus moment. No, but I mean like spirituality is something we all have, our philosophy of the way we see the ethos, the way the world works, the way the universe works, where we come from, where we go when we die. Like we all have that. I don't have a religion. Okay, but I'm still spiritual. We all are. They're not a mutually exclusive thing. I hope that makes sense. Back to the point. I realized that I really wanted to help people with their minds, with their operating systems. Later is what I found out, and that's what I call it now, our operating systems. Because also as a doctor, what I realized was like people would come in with similar symptoms, and then I'm kind of curious and inquisitive, and I should be because I got to figure out what's going on here. And I would find lots of the same stressors and situations and thoughts and feelings going on inside of them, and they would have these symptoms, this particular type of neck pain. I could almost predict, if they told me what symptom they had, I could predict what was going on in here to a large degree, what was going on in their life. Oh, they're sitting at a desk, so their neck. No, that's not what I mean. I mean, having this certain type of pain, like a certain type of headache over here, I realize that, well, that's with this area, maybe you're having problems at home in your relationship. How's your relationship at home doing? And they'd be like, why do you ask? Well, it's an odd thing. When people come in with that, I've noticed this coincidence of they've commonly reported having like marital and spousal and partner issues, which would really get them like, what? And then that's what I really wanted to get into, was this connection of our mind, our body, our spirit, and our experience. That's what fascinates me. I don't know something that's more valuable to really understand than that. Let me bring up another point. Do you believe in manifesting? Do you? Because not only do I believe in it, I know it. I believe in it like I believe in gravity. Do you believe in gravity? Because if you've been paying attention, manifesting is constantly at work and present like gravity, whether you're aware of it or not. You understand? So our operating system, the things we think, the things we feel, the things we think about, the expectations we have, the limitations we impose on ourselves, they result in the manifestation of our results. That's not hippy-dippy. That's not woo-woo. That is fucking fact, man. It's a lot more believable than a dude in the clouds that's angry and gets jealous when you think about the wrong things and will send you to a fiery hell. Does that really sound real to you? But they teach it to you when you're born. If you're a religious person, some of the nicest people I know are Christians. Doesn't mean they haven't been tricked. Just think about it. Going off topic here a bit. But if I am the one with the knowledge that knows, here's the information. When you die, which will ultimately happen, if you want to go to a nice, warm, wonderful, loving, fantastic place, do what I say. Is that not religion? Does that not sound like something a human or a small group of humans would use to manipulate the masses and get them under control? I digress. Manifesting is as real as gravity. Really, it's as real as gravity. So, here's something I have for you, if you'll try it. I hope you will. When you go to sleep at night, start to envision yourself in a different place. Imagine that it's real. Maybe you're on a cruise ship. Maybe you're on a beach. Maybe you're in a private jet. Maybe you are at a football game. Maybe you are in Italy. It doesn't matter. And start to really envision that you are there as you are dozing off to sleep. Think about it. Put yourself there. Think about it. I'm on a cruise ship. I'm picturing I'm on one of the recliners. I can see the pool over here. I see a kid just diving off the dive board, hopping in. Oh, that's cool. I can smell the ocean air. I can hear the seagulls. Oh, there's one right there. Oh, there's another one. What's that one? Is that an albatross? Oh, look at the big screen up on the cruise ship. Oh, there's the server. He just came over and he's bringing over my Arnie Palmer. Oh, that's great. It's a plastic cup. I feel it kind of crinkle. It's sweating a bit. I smell it. I can smell the lemonade and the tea. I say thank you. Give him $5. He walks away. I take a sip. Ooh, tastes sweet and kind of tea. Tastes like an Arnie Palmer. Oh, wait, what is that over there? Oh, hey, there's my brother and my partner. Oh, they're walking over there. Oh, look, they're smiling. Oh, look what they're wearing. She's wearing a shawl. He's got his shirt off and these flip-up glasses. Oh, that's amazing. See what I'm saying? And just keep diving into that and just think about it and repeat that. And every night it will get more and more real. And before you fucking know it, you will end up in that fucking situation. Let me tell you a story. I got a lot of them, but this is the one I like to tell the most because this one I think hits people the hardest because this was the first time I ever really, really, really tried to manifest. Okay? Don't go anywhere. Kidding me? If you're watching the video at this point, don't leave now. It's just getting really good. Although there's not much left of the video. So I'm going to tell you this story. I decided, because I was listening to an Abraham Hicks recording. And there was a lady that comes on and she says, you know, I've been practicing one of your manifestation things. And I thought, you know what? I'd like 30 grand. I'd like 30 grand. She said, I did like you say. I didn't really stress about it. I just was playful. I'm like, I wonder how it was a lady. I wonder how it's going to happen. Maybe it falls off the back of an armored truck. And she thought, no, I don't want that because, you know, maybe the armored guy, the truck guy would get in trouble. I don't want anyone to lose. I want it to be a way that everybody wins. So maybe I win the lottery or maybe this. And then no shit, like she said, like about 45 days later, she goes, my friend called me out to lunch and we went to lunch and my friend goes, guess what? I won the lottery. And the lady that had been manifested said, I'm going to get my 30 grand, aren't I? And her friend goes, yep. How can you imagine that? How can you explain that? You can try to explain it away. You can try to diminish the magic that actually exists, the unexplainable that happens every single day. When you think of, spaghetti. Yeah, I haven't had spaghetti in a while. That would be good. Ring, ring. Oh, hey, what's up? You want to have spaghetti tonight? What the fuck? Are you listening to me? Right? Like that's happened to all of us. Happens a lot. But we dismiss it. So here's my story. It was October 2019. And it was late October 2019. And I thought, I heard this story that lady about 30 grand. I thought, I want 30 grand. I was driving fucking Uber at the time, barely. I was a doctor. And I left being a doctor. I did a little entrepreneur stuff. I had a real estate business, but I couldn't really get it going success. I shouldn't say couldn't. For whatever reason, my programming, I didn't get it going to a level that I could really sustain myself. So eventually I started driving Uber one day. I did that for about 4 years. It was very depressing. It was very low, right? I had to go back and I had to learn all kinds of things because I quit being a doctor anyways. So I'm very sick of it at that point. Very, very. I'm like 4 years in and I'm like, God, this is just, I cannot believe, am I going to do this forever? What am I going to do here? Why has nothing else panned out for me? And I hear that and I thought, you know what? 30 grand. You know what? I believe enough that this could actually happen. I'm $1 out of $1 million. Why not 10? Because as much as I would like that to happen, I'm not going to believe enough that that's going to happen, right? You got to believe, just take my advice. Try to get something. Don't try to go to Jupiter in a second. Try to get somewhere right out here and make that progress, right? Because then those build on each other big time. So I was like, 30 grand. I want 30 grand. I started thinking about it, and I actually started doing that cruise ship thing. Or no. That was last year. That's another story to tell you. That was also that was more in like August though. This one, what was I doing there? I started doing what that lady did. I started thinking about how 30 grand was going to fall into myself. So I started thinking, okay, maybe it happens this way, and just daydreaming, just being easy about it. And it gets towards the end of the year, and my partner, her parents call up and they say, hey, you know what? We really want to go to Disney World for the holidays and bring everybody. And I'm like, that's awesome. I was a little scared because I was living paycheck to paycheck, having to drive every single day with the Oobs. And I'm like, I'm not going to pass this up. I've always wanted to go to Disney World over the holidays. So we went there. We was there for about a week or so. Absolutely fun. Went to Universal also. Saw the fireworks on Christmas. Saw the fireworks on New Year's Eve. It was absolutely amazing. And then we come back. I think it was New Year's Day when we came back. And the next day, I'm talking to my partner. And I'm like, God, that was just so good. She goes, yeah, I just talked to my mom. And she said they spent about 30 grand on that trip. And I'm like, how much? About 30 grand. I'm like, love you. And I'm just like, could that be? Could have that been my manifestation? Let me tell you something. Do I want money? Let me tell you something about me. Do I really want money for money? Not really. I want it for what money can offer. And really, what did I say I wanted earlier? I want experiences with people I love. That's what I really want and cherish and value the most. Disney World over the holidays, 30 grand, all expenses paid trip with me and a bunch of people I love. Woo! I manifested that shit. And then I thought, I don't want to be ungrateful. I'm very grateful for this. And then I thought maybe I should have been a little bit more clear. I mean, that's awesome. I think this definitely works. And the universe went into my mind and saw what I really, really wanted and gave me that. Wow. So I thought, okay, well now it's January 2020, and I'm thinking, okay, I want 30 grand cash. I'm gonna be very clear about this. I want to try this again. Thank you so much, Source Energy Universe. Thank you so much for that. That was fucking amazing. Now let's try this again. I'm gonna get a little bit more clear with you. I want to see 30 grand in my bank account. So I started thinking about that, how it was gonna happen. And a month went along, 2 months went along. It didn't happen, but I kept thinking about it. I'd not forgotten about it, but I wasn't paying attention to it as much anymore, right? And so then March 17th comes, and you can't make this shit up. Just wait. Then March 17th comes. My lady, she went to visit her family in the Midwest, and she was flying back that day, and that was the day the COVID lockdowns in America started. So she got off like the last plane. But a few days before that, because I'd gone to a department store here because I was driving Uber, and I thought, I should get a mask probably, because this whole thing, it's probably bullshit, but I should get a mask. I'm with all these people. I should probably be doing that anyways. I don't need to breathe all their shit all the time. And I couldn't find one. I'm like, huh. And I asked people at all the stores. They're like, yeah, they're all sold out. Like, people have been asking for them. I'm like, huh. So, from my days of doing online entrepreneurship, which I still do today and will always do, you learn a lot of things. And I did drop shipping for a while, e-commerce, selling physical goods. And I knew of a lot of suppliers. And I found one that had masks, a lot of them. So I thought, okay, I'm going to put up a little site real quick and start advertising on Facebook and see if anybody wants to buy them. Yes, they did. So the first day I made a sale was the day she flew back, March 17th. Sold about $200 worth of masks that day. I just did a little bit of advertising spending. I'm like, and I ran up, and then within 2 days, Facebook shut me down because it was now against policy, against their rules to sell masks. I'm like, well, fuck. So then I went to Instagram and went to individual pages and reached out to the people that own the page and said, hey, would you put up this ad for me? And it was an ad to go to my website to get masks because I knew people wanted masks. And so we kept doing that for about the next 30 to 45 days. And then it kind of fizzled out. People had masks and we were kind of worn out and stuff like that. And after I tallied it all up in that 30 to 45 day span, probably about 30 days, because we didn't even get through April, so probably closer to less than 45 days. When I tallied it all up, guess how much profit I had made? A little over 30 grand. A little over 30 grand. Cash in my bank account from a scenario that I could have never imagined. Yeah, there's going to be this worldwide pandemic and a massive demand for masks, and you're going to happen to have one of the only fucking places people can get it, and because you're going to know this little thing that you learned years ago that never really did shit for you, and they're going to come to you in droves, and you're going to get your 30 grand. I don't believe in coincidence. Are you fucking kidding me? Do you really think that was just some coincidence? Do you think that was luck? Fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck no. I manifested a $30,000 all expenses paid family trip to Disney World. And then 3 months later, I manifest 30 grand in my bank account? Bro, I've never drove Uber again. Never again. I never have. Now, after that, I said, all right, I want to manifest passive income that more than supports my life. I want to be financially free. Boom. Guess where I am today? I literally have money while I'm sleeping or traveling or eating or whatever. I literally have money coming in on my phone. Money coming in every single day, multiple times a day, which is exactly the next vision I started working on. And I'm still working on growing it and growing it. That's how this shit really works. It's probably the end of the video. Use that tip, that sleep hack. Start to think about something. Envision yourself in a moment and feel like you're really there, and just have fun with it. Just daydream, just milk it, get detailed, really see it, really feel it. Don't put pressure like, I need to feel it. No, man, just be there and chill, relax. In your subconscious mind, your programming will bring you to it, will bring it to you. But don't go crazy. Like, $1 billion check. Ain't gonna happen, man. Ain't gonna happen. It's too far. That's too much. You're not that powerful yet. You're not that trained, right? A monk, right? You can meditate. I can meditate, right? We can do that. Have you ever meditated? But we are where we are. If I go meditate, the level of meditation I can get to currently compared to a monk that's been doing it for 30 years, they can get to levels I didn't even know were possible. They can put themselves in meditation levels where you could set them on fire and they wouldn't feel a bit of pain. Literally. They can sit on a block of ice and emit a shitload of heat and melt it. Their control of their mind is, right? We are where we are. And frankly, you're not at a state where you can just jump to Jupiter. You're not going to jump to $1 billion, most likely. So think of something that's big enough that you believe, at least with the, like they say in the Bible, faith the size of a mustard seed, that you actually believe at least a little bit could actually happen. And then start to envision that. Hit the subscribe button. Are you kidding me? Be well.